Top of the morning, evening, night, or day, ladies and gentlemen. This is me here today on behalf of Well Prepared Men, and I hope everyone is well and good. I'm genuinely excited about today's video. Roll the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain, and the following video is for subscribed devices only.
I got a few boxes here on the table, and that's because in today's video, we're going to be talking about the state of my watch collection. Before we start this video, I just want to say that there is two watches missing, and I've got no clue where they are. I looked really hard for them, and I didn't find them. So I guess they're just not meant to appear on this video. The first watch that I'd like to talk to you about today is the watch that I'm wearing right now, which is a Rolex Florence. I'm actually going to take it off just so you guys can see this. So this is a lady's watch, but I think I wear it better than any lady ever will. And it's really beautiful. It's very simple, light, so light in fact that when I'm wearing this watch, I forget I'm wearing a watch, and that is a really good feeling. You don't have something cumbersome on your wrist. You got something nice, simple, elegant, and this for me is the Rolex Florence in a nutshell. It's got a gold colored dial, as you guys can see, and it's got two diamond indices. It doesn't have a seconds hand. The only thing it does is tell me the minutes and the hours. I'm just gonna put this watch back on real quick. So the next watch that I'd like to talk to you about has a very similar style to my Rolex Florence, but it's a Citizen. It is a quartz watch, and I believe this is a Citizen Nobile. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up here. So it's a very, very elegant and minimalist watch in my opinion. This watch, opposite to my Rado watch, has a seconds hand and it tells me the day. I like my watches to tell me more than the time, preferably the day and the date. I like that I found a watch with this style that has a day complication, because as much as I like my Rado, sometimes I feel like my mood is a little bit more complicated than this, and that's when this comes on my wrist. Next, I'd like to talk to you about the first automatic watch that I bought, and that is a Citizen watch. I'm not too sure what the model of this watch is. It's got an automatic movement, and it's also got a sapphire glass. It doesn't have a screw-in crown, but it does have a beautiful display case here in the back, which I don't know if you guys can see. It is a gorgeous watch. At this time, my taste wasn't fully developed, so it's the only silver watch that I own. I'm not a big fan of silver watches. When I first got into watches, I believe silver watches were my introduction to the watch world. So yeah, I had my first watch, which was a silver swatch, and then my first automatic watch, which is this silver Citizen. I only wore this watch like 4 or 5 times. I'm actually thinking of giving it to a really good friend of mine because I think it's gonna make him very happy. And it's gonna be a memory of our time together. The next watch that I want to talk to you about is the TimexQ. I wear this watch quite a lot, and I really like this watch. Now, at the moment, the bracelet is broken, but it's not because of the build quality, it's because of my own stupidity, and I want to make that perfectly clear. The only thing that could be better here is the precision of the markers and the seconds hand. So there's two ways we can go about this. We either build a Timex with a better machine, with a better movement, sorry, or we remove the markers and just let the Timex do its thing. So that would be my feedback for making a better TimexQ. I'm gonna get it back on my wrist someday. The next watches that I'd like to talk to you about are all automatic watches, and I got them here in this case so they're protected and I don't ruin them. Okay, so the first watch that I'd like to talk to you about here is my Invicta Pro Diver. This is an homage to the Rolex Submariner made by Invicta, and I think this watch is very well made. As long as this crown is fully screwed in, it's got 200 meters of water resistance, which I think it's amazing. One of the main reasons why I don't wear this watch very much is because it looks super big on my wrist. If I put it on here, you'll see that the only thing you can see on my wrist is this watch. As amazing as this watch is, I wish that there was like a 39mm version or something even smaller than that, like a 38. My ideal size is 36, but I think 36 is too small for this watch. So 39, that would be a really good measurement for me, because I think this is a 42 and it's really big. As much as I love my Invicta, I don't wear it very often because it's freaking huge and I don't like showing off. I like the smaller timepieces. Anyway, the next watch that I want to talk to you guys about is a Seiko 5. This is the Seiko 5 that I have in better condition. It's got a Milanese strap, a blue dial, and it's got an automatic movement, like I believe all Seiko 5s do. I don't know if they made a quartz version of the Seiko 5, but all the Seiko 5 versions that I've come across, they've had an automatic movement. And this one does too. Beautiful watch. I don't wear it very often though. This buckle here is a little bit, what's the best word for it? Loose. It's a little bit loose. So it tends to come undone when I get the watch out. This is a beautiful watch, but I just don't find enough reasons to wear it. So I kept it here in the watch roll all this time. Super safe. And I think I actually might sell it someday. Make some more space for more watches in my collection. The next watch that I want to talk to you guys about is also a Seiko 5. And this is actually the Seiko SNXL 72. I think that is the name. And it's a beautiful Seiko. This was the first gold automatic watch that I bought. I think. Yeah, I think this was the first gold automatic watch that I bought. And it's a beautiful timepiece. I wore this quite a lot and I stopped wearing it after I dropped it. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little nick here on the top. And I felt so guilty that I just put this watch back in the box and never wore it again. It's beautiful. It's got a president bracelet, which, like I said in my original review, it doesn't match the metal of the watch. So that is pretty much the only improvement we could do here on the bracelet. It's super comfortable, very beautiful, and overall, beautiful timepiece. The next watch that I want to talk to you guys about is what I consider my perfect watch. Along with my Rado watch, this is my daily beater. So what we have here is my Seiko 5. Very similar to the first one I've shown you, but instead of a blue dial, it's got a gold dial. And it's got a different marker here at the 12 o'clock position. It's got different hands as well. It's an older model and very beautiful. It's so beautiful that I choose to wear this one the most often. I just put it on my wrist and it feels amazing to wear this watch. It makes me feel super confident and like I can do anything with it, which is kind of a plus. The next watch that I'm going to show you makes me feel confident, but it doesn't make me feel I can do anything with it because I might break it. But this watch, not so much. I'm going to give you guys a close-up. It's very worn. As you guys can see, this watch has been worn a lot. And that's the thing that I love about it. I feel like if I drop this watch, I won't mind. I actually dropped it once. It wasn't such a big deal. And the reason why it wasn't such a big deal is because someone dropped it before and I wasn't the first one to scratch the watch like I was here. Like this thing hurt my soul, but dropping this watch, it was fine. The watch was completely fine. As bad as that might sound, This is a beautiful daily beater, and it's a watch that I don't mind wearing every day, and I don't mind anything happening to it. Obviously, I'm going to be super careful, but I can be myself while wearing this watch. That's what I mean. So, the next watch, and actually, this is the final watch that I want to talk to you guys about today, is my Bulova Super Seville. I freaking love this thing. Man, this was literally my last purchase. And this Bulova is a dream fulfilled. That's the best way to explain it. I saw this watch, I fell in love with it, and I knew that I was gonna own it, and it was just a matter of time until I did. So I spoke to the owner and I was like, man, what's the best price you can do for it? And the owner ended up doing an amazing price for this watch, and I'm super happy that I got it here in my collection. This is an automatic watch. I think this and my Invicta are my most precise watches. Like these watches, I look at the time and then I look at my phone and it's always pretty much the same. I'm super surprised that the Invicta, one of my cheapest automatic watches, is actually one of my most precise watches on pair with a Bulova Super Seville, which was my most expensive watch. I think props to Invicta right there for being awesome. This here is the Bulova Super Seville day and date with the diamond set indices, and I freaking love this watch. This is my make a man fulfilled watch. Wear this watch and I just feel like I'm worth €1 million, man. I do refrain from wearing it, especially when I'm in the shower or I'm doing dangerous stuff like cycling or skateboarding, because I don't really want to ruin it. Although I know this is a really tough watch. Originally, this watch had 100 meters of water resistance. I haven't did a revision to this watch, so I don't really want to test that. And it just feels like a very well built watch. So, yeah, this pretty much brings us to the very end of my watch collection. I hope you have enjoyed chilling here with me for a little bit and talking watches, because I realized there's a lot of watch channels on YouTube. So, people do like watches, it's not just me. Thank you for sticking with me up until the very end. I hope you have the rest of an amazing day. This is your boy logging out. Peace.